Gracias a un loquito cualquiera. Dice que requiere construcción level 3 y mi mono tiene level 2. A ver, el Lucky. Dice construcción level 2, así que no puede terminar la trampa todavía. Igual tiene un rifle de carga. Un rifle piu piu. No sé, lo instalé recién y estaba en inglés. Vienen una ardilla asesina, mira. Aquí se va a morir Lucky. Hay que comérsela. No se puede atender a sí mismo. Qué raro. A ver. Ahora sí. Ahí sí se puede atender así mismo. A ver. Para que se ponga curaciones. Hay que comerse la ardilla. No que valga la pena. Dice que las raids de los piratas van a empezar pronto. Y ahí se fue a dormir el Lucky. Buenas noches. Ya está tratada la herida de la ardilla. El Lucky se puede comer a la ardilla, pues parece que ya se la comió. Está ahí tirada. Aquí está. Ahora le ponemos para que se la coma. A ver. Dice que no le gusta la ardilla así cruda. Yo creo que hay que fabricar una mesa para faenarla. Ahí está. Hay que buscar las plantitas entonces. A ver. Harvest. A eso podríamos plantar. A ver, vamos a hacer una zona acá. Para plantar medicina. Oh, no puedo, tengo que tener habilidad de 8 para plantar la medicina, así que voy a dejar que plante arroz nomás. ¿Y el perro lo puedo mover? A ver. No, no se le puede dar orden al perro. Ojalá el perro se coma la ardilla para que valga la pena. Ya, eso vamos a hacer. Creo que es Harvest y hay que buscarla. Aquí hay una, mira. Twiggy. 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 Hay arte igual. Mira, acá hay berries o arándanos o calafate, no sé. pasa ahí? ¿Mejoró? Espero que se haya mejorado el micrófono. Antes estaba funcionando bien, pero cagó como hace algunas semanas. Vamos a ver qué rango tiene el arma. ¡Piu, piu, piu! ¡Corre, conchetumare! Daría el weón. Ahora hay que tratar de esclavizarlo. ¿Qué quiere decir que sea un goal? Ah, pero no tenemos cárcel. Así que cooperó nomás. A ver. Listo. O sea, si hacerle una tumba a ese hombre. Porque como es un enemigo y parece que es de otra raza. Dice que es un waster. Ahí la vamos a dejar nomás. Que se lo coma el perrito. Ya, a ver. Vamos a poner por acá una zona de basural. Oh, no tan lejos, lo vamos a poner aquí. Y vamos a tratar de tirar ese mono a la basura. A ver, ¿cómo se configura esto? A ver. Rotten Fresh Corpses. Fantástico. Entonces el Lucky, o sea, ya para que no se, que creo que se ponen, no les gusta ver a los hueones muertos, así que lo vaya a tirar al basurero. Vamos a empezar la construcción de una bodega chiquitita. Perfecto lugar para un alienígena. Rest in peace. Buena, Lucky. el chancho. Ya, se puso a llover, bien. Bueno, llovió un poquito antes, tómatelo con calma, Lucky.
A dormir.
Mira, puedo comprar unos pollos. Dice que necesito un pen. Y el otro se perdió. Qué fome. Y el que quedó es hombre, así que no puede poner huevo. Jeje.
problem is Iran. So when they hear that Trump is like, okay, let's finally cut off the head of the snake, then they're like, yes, thank fucking God, let's do this. I think that's the main reason why. And also, a lot of these guys probably blame Iran if there's somebody that's getting killed over there, because Iran is the main people that are funding all the terrorism across the entire region. So yeah, I think vets are also realizing that some of these ops are on a different level too. Casualties are low. Yeah, they lost brothers to Iran indirectly, even 20 years ago. Sad. Yeah, and that's one of the things that, like, I wanted to show this because, you know, there have been a lot of people who have criticized my, my aggressiveness against this and said that, oh, well, like the military wouldn't agree with you, or like you should serve instead. The military agrees with me. The people that served in the military agree with what my perspective is. Like, obviously not every single one of them, but like collectively, overwhelmingly so. So whenever I'm saying this, and this is the main thing, right? Whenever I'm advocating for Iran, for example, I'm not doing this just purely on an ideological basis. I'm speaking for the people who are in Iran who are saying, please speak out for us. Nobody's speaking out for us. So it's the same thing with this. I try to talk about this stuff for the people that aren't able to talk about it, because there's so many people that have no ability to talk about this stuff at all. And because of that, they only have to rely on somebody like me to come up and say it. And the reality is that, with me saying all the stuff that I say and getting into it, red alert signs in Kuwait. Okay, now there's air raid sirens in Kuwait. Oh boy. And air raid sirens in Baghdad International Airport. Oh boy. Well, we're going to find out what happens here. I'll go ahead and get these open just for a couple of minutes. So, Iraq war vet, confirm, we agree. Yeah, exactly. Hegseth is being proactive. Attacking at the source is what we've been missing for years. Yes. And this is the thing, is that, like, I'm sorry, but people might not like it, but a guy like Pete Hegseth represents the average enlisted man. From everything that I know about the military, that I have learned over the last 35 years of my life, the average enlisted guy in the military looks at Pete Hegseth and they say, yep, yep, that's right. That's our guy. Yep, that's the problem. It's not at all the problem. What do you mean? Guys like Pete Hegseth, people like him that talk about war the way that he talks about it, that talk about what they're going to do to the enemies, guys like him have been winning wars for 5,000 years, 10,000 years. This is always how it's been. That's the guy. I can guarantee you that if you go back, and you look at the beginnings of the Mongolian Empire, if you looked at, probably the kind of stuff that Genghis Khan would say, it's probably a lot closer to Pete Hegseth than you'd imagine. Anyway, it's obvious. It's complete fucking obvious. Yes. And anyway, you see his pro-war video from 2018? No, I haven't seen that. I'll go through some more of these too. I just wanted to show people that because there were a lot of disagreeers and misunderstanders, intentional misunderstanders about this. So talk about Harry Truman threatened to kill members of his cabinet who gave him shit, which is why several resigned. Yep, that's right. And that's the guy that dropped the fucking bomb. What a surprise. And the mass protests have erupted across Cuba too. Freedom and hope are contagious. It's a chain reaction. The people of Syria saw Sinwar defeated. The people of Venezuela saw Assad fall. That was from Syria. The people of Iran saw Maduro arrested. We know who that is. The people of Lebanon and Cuba have seen Khamenei fall. The world is changing. Thank fucking God. We are getting away from these third world shitholes run by a bunch of retards. This is amazing. Every third world shithole that promotes these terrorist ideologies, death cult fucking religion, is getting demolished. They're getting totally demolished. They're getting literally knocked off one at a time. We are averaging one shitty country a month. It's amazing. Oh, and also, by the way, just for Venezuela, so people can see how well this is working, Venezuela released more political prisoners in the capital of Caracas. The freed people were greeted by cheering supporters and family members. Libertad! 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 Yep. How about that?
We are free now. A new Venezuela will keep moving forward. We will keep building. We will keep seeking improvement.
Wow.
And we will keep fighting for the freedom of other political prisoners. Thank you all very much.
Assad was the most secular ruler you could hope for in Syria. He was assaulted by ISIS nonstop. Being secular doesn't make you good. What are you talking about? The problem isn't the religion. The problem is the way that the ideology is applied.
Of course I am happy about this freedom, as we have said, without attacking anyone or looking for someone to blame. I thank God for this freedom, and now it is time for all of us to keep fighting for our country.
So I just want y'all to see this.
They increased funding for the Secret Service.
Well, I have it on.
And nobody will believe this.
In case the sirens go again.
It was a unanimous vote. Republicans, every single Republican, every single Democrat.
Isn't it crazy how the Republicans and Democrats can immediately come together to agree on funding the Secret Service for more money because they both benefit from the Secret Service? Isn't that insane? Imagine if we actually had them that thought that they had a vested interest in the country. Think about how much we could get done.
Voted.
Too bad.
Favor. That was the first
Too bad.
vote we've seen in a long time, and that's to increase the funding of the Secret Service. So I thank everybody in Congress. But if I were the president, I would inform the threatening country, in this case Iran, that if you do anything to harm this person, we are going to blow your largest cities and the country itself to smithereens. We're going to blow it to smithereens. You can't do that.
Anybody saying I didn't vote for this wasn't listening. They weren't listening. Anybody who promoted Trump and was positive towards Trump towards the election, and then they said, oh, I don't like that he's starting the Iran war. I don't like that this is wrong. You voted for this.
Country itself to smithereens. We're going to blow it to smithereens. You can't do that.
One more time.
Of the Secret Service. So I thank everybody.
One more.
In Congress. But if I were the president, I would inform the threatening country, in this case Iran, that if you do anything to harm this person, we are going to blow your largest cities and the country itself to smithereens. We're going to blow it to smithereens. You can't do that. And there would be no more threats. There would be no more threats.
So there it is. We're lucky he didn't get got at that one rally. Truly fate. Now the whole world is reaping the benefits. We'll see what happens. This is what Americans wanted. So any of these like people that are saying, well, I didn't vote for Trump to send us into Israel's war. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. He said this. He said this for years. This was the premise that he based the entire thing on. I took it personally. Yeah, exactly. I voted for this. I'm sorry, Trump is live. People keep saying that. I don't know why they're saying that. Let me go and pull this up and double check. To Republican members' issues. Oh, this is something else, guys. This has nothing to do with this. And if this is something else or whatever, this is some other bullshit as far as I know. So how many presidents have actually kept their campaign promises? Very few. And also Trump has not kept every single campaign promise either. But I just want to let people know that this is something that was always agreed on. This is something that he was always going to do. So Brent oil is under $87 again. Oh, let me double check and see if it's so. Is it $87.90? Where's it at now? Wow. So it's already gone down by $4. Oh, now it's starting to go back up again. So they say 83, so it's already gone down even more. Holy fuck. Trump has kept more large promises than most presidents. Internationally, I think that's undeniable. Nationally, I find it to be unlikely, right? And let me go back. I'll pull these up to you. But Qatar, and then this is it good. Qatar to the United States, we will expel the Hamas leadership from our territory after they refuse to condemn the Iranian attacks. We actually managed to bomb Iran so hard that peace in the Middle East broke out as a result. They are finally turning around and roaching out on these terrorist parasites. Oh my God. Border code is a pretty big deal. Yeah, this is great. Didn't Obama promise to blow up a children's hospital, or was that a bonus? I think he didn't promise that. That was like a little surprise. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And we've got one more. Take a look at this.
The Iranian government masks a corrupt dictatorship
2017
behind the false guise of a democracy.
2017.
It has turned a wealthy country with a rich history and culture into an economically depleted rogue state whose chief exports are violence, bloodshed, and chaos.
Yeah.
The longest suffering victims of Iran's leaders are, in fact, its own people. Rather than use its resources to improve Iranian lives, its oil profits go to fund Hezbollah and other terrorists that kill innocent Muslims and attack their peaceful Arab and Israeli neighbors.
And they're doing it right now.
This wealth, which rightly belongs to Iran's people, also goes to shore up Bashar al-Assad's dictatorship.
And that's gone
fuel
now.
Yemen's civil war and undermine peace throughout the entire Middle East. We cannot let
this was always the plan.
A murderous
anybody who is for Trump
continue these
and tries to cry about this war is out of their
building
mind.
Dangerous missiles, and we cannot abide by an agreement if it provides cover for the eventual construction of a nuclear program.
That's right. Almost 10 years ago,
The Iran deal was one of the worst and most one-sided transactions the United States has ever entered into. Frankly, that deal is an embarrassment to the United States, and I don't think you've heard the last of it, believe me.
Let me guess.
It is time for the entire world to join us in demanding that Iran's government end its pursuit of death and destruction. It is time for the regime to free all Americans and citizens of other nations that they have unjustly detained. And above all, Iran's government must stop supporting terrorists, begin serving its own people, and respect
10 years
the
ago.
sovereign rights of its neighbors. The entire world understands that the good people of Iran want change. And other than the vast military power of the United States,
Right about the whole thing.
that Iran's people are what their leaders fear the most.
And that turned out to be more true than we could ever imagine. He was right about this the entire fucking time. He was. And Trump's speaking now. I don't think he's talking about anything that's relevant, right? Let me see.
And hello to the men and women of one of the most consequential Republican majorities in history.
This is something else,
It's not
right?
a big majority, but it's just about the most consequential. The job you've done is incredible. And they are members that are warriors.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Really,
Pro timing? I told you.
for the American people, and that's why you're doing well. And I think that's why we're.
I told you guys.
We're fighting a little tradition. You know, historically, the person that wins, Democrat or Republican, wins the presidency for
Okay.
whatever reason.
He's going to babble for a bit.
But we've done a lot.
I think this is, he's not even, he's talking about delivers remarks to the Republican members' issues conference. This isn't going to be about Iran, guys. It's not going to be about Iran. It's just going to be about other stuff that's related to, like domestic, like policy and stuff like that. So we'll wait and see. And he's going to, apparently he said he's going to do a press conference at, he's going to do a press conference in a half hour. So it's going to be really soon. But anyway, I want to pull this up. Somebody says, why do we care so much about Iranians? We need to finish the wall and get to the rest of the illegals out of the country and let the country instead of fucking around with Iran. Well, so the reason why is that a lot of shipping and money is invested in preventing Iran from blowing us up. So like we spend like, there's like an AI summary that said probably something like 40 or 50 billion dollars dealing with countermeasures for shipping to deal with Iran and its proxies. Do you understand that? We can do, number one, we can do both, right? But like, that's it. So like we're spending like literally billions of dollars to stop these people from blowing up our boats per year. Yeah, this is a year, not total, for like the last 47 years. No, every single year we're spending this much money. So would never be used to deport people. They're completely separate things. Yeah, they should be used to deport people. I'd love to use the military to deport people, but for some reason, nobody wants to do that. So that's the reason why it matters a lot. That's why I care about it. And I think that's what makes sense. And we need to get rid of any bad person in America in general, 100%. Yeah, I do think so. But and here's another issue too, Kappa, and I'll talk about this too, is that a huge problem, the issue with them holding the oil is bad, we need to cut it off, yeah, no doubt. And here's another thing, is that in the stupidest and most ridiculous reversal of logic, rationality, reason, and common sense, Trump actually has more autonomy as the president of the United States to do things outside of the United States than inside of the United States. And what I mean by that is that he's able to effectively, push for a military intervention. He's able to use the military a lot more unilaterally than he's able to make laws domestically. And so this is really what's happened. It's silly, but there it is. And so, I'm not saying that, oh wow, like that means that like he shouldn't try to do that. Obviously, he should continue trying to do that. But my point is that that's the reason why it's taking longer and it's less effective. Like Rome, yeah, I think Caesar couldn't control things in Rome, so he went out and conquered the world, right? And that's clearly where things are going. And it's not silly. We have Congress for a reason. Well, I think that it's silly whenever you think about it, right? Like I'm not saying like, of course, there's reasons and rationality and common sense to it as well. I'm not even saying that, but like you hear that like the president of America, it's easier for him to do things outside of America than inside of America. Like just that concept is ridiculous. It is. It's a ridiculous concept at face value. And so, you know what? I saw this and I'm thinking that we might actually be back. Kanye West on wishing Kim the best. I can't wish her the best because then she would end up with me. Bro, is he really back now? Is he actually? I hope he's back. I don't know if he said this or not, right? It could be a fake account, but like if he's actually saying this shit, oh my God. What a fucking line. Yeah, I know. I'm still not out on Kanye for president. I'm not. And, here we go. Oh, this is Iran building nuclear weapons underground.
Check the alignment on the board.
This is the floor plan for an apartment. Guys. Wait. Are apartments nuclear bombs? Wait, what? Wait, I had no idea. Oh my God. It's the Zillow cave? Yeah, I guess so. And they're working for Zillow. It's just insane, man. And I'll get to that later on, but oh my God. Oh, there's this. I don't know if I'm going to watch this today or not. We'll see what happens, but I'll go through this. Oh, here it is. Here's a little clip.
The President said recently there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. What does that look like? Unconditional surrender? How will you know it's real?
It means we're fighting to win. It means we set the terms. We'll know when they're not capable of fighting. There'll be a point where they'll have no choice but to do that. But whether they know it or not, they will be combat ineffective. They will surrender.
Typically, the understanding of a surrender is person to person. Is that what would be required in a matter like this?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. Whether they want to admit it or not.
The surrender is person to person. Is that what would be required in a matter like this?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. Whether
There's a lot of different ways. Oh my God.
they want to admit it or not, whether their pride lets them say it out loud or not, it's President Trump who will set the terms of that.
The President said...
Oh my God. That dude is psychopathic. Thank God. Finally, I've been waiting on this. And this guy was a bully in high school. Good. Now we need to be the bully for the fucking terrorists. Exactly. Thank God. Now we got somebody that's going to do something. And we also have, bro, like this is. Let me go back. We're gonna go with this too.
We're very much on track, on plan. I was down at CENTCOM. Yes.
One might hear that and think it's almost over.
Well, we're not flying a mission accomplished banner like George W. Bush on an aircraft carrier. We're not doing that.
The thing is that's probably whenever he was in the military. And that's the thing is, I bet there are a lot of guys that are between the ages of 45 to 65, probably 40 to 60, that are like, yep, that's right, yep, we're gonna finally get him. He knows it, yeah. It was a joke, exactly. Do you like him, Hexa? I think he's great. I love him.
And we haven't done that. But we can be clear with the American people that this is not a fair fight. And that's on purpose. Our capabilities are overwhelming compared to what Iran's are. And frankly, when you combine our Air Force with the Air Force of the Israeli Defense Forces, it's the two most powerful air forces in the world. The ability for us to be up over the top and hunting with more conventional munitions, gravity bombs, 500-pound, 1,000-pound, 2,000-pound bombs on military targets, that we haven't even really begun to start that effort of the campaign, which is going to showcase even more how we will execute on those objectives.
So he's saying they're not even use the big bombs yet. Oh boy, he's so excited about killing them. Yeah, I know. Isn't it great? Thank God. Like, we finally have somebody that's in charge of the military whose goal is to win the war. Thank fucking God. Yes, exactly. Duh. Of course. This is, but by the way, what do you think Genghis Khan was? What do you think, Winston Churchill was like? What do you think any sort of military commander was like? Do you think they were just like, geez, guys, I guess we're going to have to do this? No. No, that's not what it was at all. Yeah, Alexander the Great, Attila the Hun. Yeah, what are we talking about? Napoleon, like, geez, guys. Man, I guess we're gonna have to do it again. Oh, bro, this is sad. Trump started speaking on Iran, did he? Let me see.
So no matter how strong the armament, it just kills the people. Or you lose your arms, legs, and face. And those bombs got worse and worse. And he got happier and happier, and we took him out. That was a big thing because he was the head. It might have been a much different story. They may have been much more capable than they are had he lived, because he was capable. He was vicious, violent, and capable.
What's up about Ayatollah?
But we got rid of him first term. And we did so many things. I mean, we've done so many things. But as you know, on Saturday I traveled to Dover Air Force Base to be with the families of 6 fallen warriors as they returned to American soil.
Salami? Yeah.
I know that everyone in this room joins me in sending our prayers and eternal gratitude to the families of those great heroes. Those families are incredible families. Devastating to be. Hardest thing to do. I've done it a lot. The hardest thing to do is to go to Dover, because Dover is where, for the most part, a lot of the fallen warriors, the great young people that have died in war, they seem to mostly go to Dover. They come home to Dover. Dover does a great job of handling things. They have men assigned to the family. They have men and women that are incredible, assigned to the families. It's a beautiful thing, but it's also a very sad thing. But they all said one thing to me: make sure you win, sir. Make sure you win. They weren't playing games.
Yeah, you don't have that fucking your kid die for nothing,
sure.
man.
They said everybody said it.
Die for nothing.
They were separate, but everybody said the same thing: make sure you win. We will. We've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough.
Oh boy, he's live? Oh my God, he's already live again. Is this true? Holy shit.
Other things, Midnight Hammer, getting rid of the nuclear threat from Iran, which was a big moment in history, in my opinion. And the great success we've had in Venezuela and all other places. Every place we've gone, we've had tremendous success. But while we're doing all of these things, we're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. And some people could say they're pretty well complete. We wiped every single force in Iran out very completely. Most of Iran's naval power has been sunk. It's on the bottom of the sea. It's almost 50 ships. I was just notified it's 51 ships. I didn't know they had that many. Didn't last very long. And these are fighting vessels. They're meant to fight, but they're not meant to fight against us. We continue to target Iran's drone and missile capabilities. Their drones are way down. Their drone manufacturing has been hit starting today. We know all of the places they manufacture the drones, and they're being hit one after another. Their missile capability is down to about 10%, maybe less. We're also hitting where they make missiles and where they deliver missiles. We've struck over 5,000 targets to date, some of them very major targets, and we've left some of the most important targets for later in case we need to do it. If we hit them, it's going to take many years for them to be rebuilt, having to do with electricity production and many other things. So we're not looking to do that if we don't have to. But they're the kind of things that are very easy to hit, but very devastating if they are hit. We are waiting to see what happens before we hit them. We could take them all out in one day, but it's all resulting in a 90% decline in various things, but in particular, Iranian missile launches and 83% drop in drone launches. As you know, the drone launches are pretty well shot, but we're at over 90% decline in the Iranian missile launchers, which is very hard to reproduce and very hard to get. And usually what we were able to do through great equipment, a lot of smart people, as soon as they sent a missile up from a launcher, we were able to knock out that launcher within a period of 5 minutes or less.
What?
Accurately, right on the noggin.
5 minutes?
So now we have low-cost interceptors effectively combating Iranian drones.
I guess it makes sense.
And our B-2 bombers recently dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs to destroy missile launchers all over Iran.
God damn.
And buried deep under Iranian soil in many cases. The soil was no match. And we're also annihilating the manufacturing base that the regime uses to build drones and missiles at a rate that nobody thought was possible. We're knocking them out. We know where they all are. We're knocking them out very quickly. We're ahead of our initial timeline by a lot. I would say that we probably would not have thought after a month we'd be here. In addition to the fact that we've taken out the leadership twice and maybe 3 times. And we, as you know, we want to be involved. We don't want another president that maybe wouldn't be willing to do what I'm willing to do for the good of the world and the good of our nation, to be stuck with the situation in 5 years or 10 years from now.
Yeah.
So we think they should put a president in or the head of the country in that's going to be able to do something peacefully for a change. They've been doing this for 47 years, killing people for 47 years.
It's a long time.
Whether it's the barracks or even the SS Cole where they were involved, very strongly, they always denied it. But where they were very strongly involved, and all of the people that died through the roadside bombs died and are right now walking around with no legs, no arms, a face that's been so badly damaged. The Iranian regime has been attacking Americans and spreading terror for 47 years, and despite these countless opportunities to renounce their nuclear ambitions, which they had just a short while ago, they told Mr. Witkoff, who is standing right over here, they said, they actually said, we want to keep building. Essentially, in a real nutshell, we want to continue to build nuclear weapons. If we didn't knock out Midnight Hammer, if we didn't knock out their Iranian potential, if we didn't do that with Midnight Hammer, they would have had a nuclear weapon. They would have used it long before now. And at a minimum, Israel would have been annihilated. I was very lucky that we had the courage to do that, that we had the talented pilots and the great equipment. The B-2 bombers are unbelievable.
Wow.
We ordered 25 more, by the way. The newer, better version.
So we said last summer? Yeah, of course that's what we said.
We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world by far. You see that no matter where we go. You still need the people, though, to operate it and to use it. And those are the people that we cherish. Even after we obliterated their key nuclear sites in Operation Midnight Hammer, they never negotiated in good faith. They still continued to say, we want to build nuclear. We want enrichment at levels that were unacceptable. And they even turned down an offer for unlimited free nuclear fuel forever
to delay things
for civilian purposes. We had people offering them free nuclear fuel. They weren't interested in that because they wanted to build a nuclear weapon. So instead, the regime was
I'm gonna
trying
watch this
to
and I'll look at it. I'll look at
reconstitute its weapons
I
program
think
at
we
a
wanna watch
different
this.
site. They couldn't go back to where they were, the 3 sites that we obliterated. But they were starting work at another site, a different site, different kind of a site. And that was protected by granite. They wanted it protected. Granite's pretty good, but they wanted it protected by a lot deeper. They wanted to go a lot
Let me
deeper, and
guess,
they
it's
started
more-
the process. While rapidly building conventional ballistic missiles, they were going to do it all at the same time. It threatened our overseas bases and soon could have reached even our homeland. The regime's intention was to use this exponentially growing ballistic missile threat to make it virtually impossible to prevent them from obtaining a nuclear weapon. So as you probably saw, they had a tremendous number of missiles, most of which are now being used or destroyed, and
Well,
very
the launchers are
unsuccessfully
gone, right?
used
That's
because
what I
we
thought.
have
Is they got
been
rid of the
able, for the
launchers.
most part, to shoot them all down. What incredible technology. The Patriots have been unbelievable, and other things. And the laser technology that we have now is incredible. It's coming out
The
pretty
Goy
soon.
beam.
Where
Let's
literally
go.
lasers will do the work of, at a lot less cost, do the work of what the Patriots are doing or what other things are
nuts
doing.
what they can do with a laser.
The situation was very quickly approaching
Hit 'em with the Goy beam.
point of no return, and the United States
Finally.
found it intolerable,
waiting
in
on
my
that.
opinion, based on what Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me, Marco, so involved, that I thought that they were going to attack us. I thought they would, if we didn't do this at the time we did it, I think they had in mind to attack us. And if you notice, they did something which was very foolish, very stupid, I would say. They attacked their neighbors. And their neighbors were
Yeah, he's right.
largely neutral,
Yep.
or at least weren't going to be involved,
Yeah, it was retarded.
and they got attacked.
Completely retarded.
And it had the reverse effect. The neighbors came onto our side and started attacking them, and actually quite successfully.
It's almost like they're
You look
terrorists.
at Saudi Arabia, you look at UAE, Qatar, and others. But they were strong and they were smart, but they got attacked. Nobody, when I first heard it, I said, no, somebody made a mistake. There was no mistake. UAE had over 1,000 missiles shot at it, knocked them almost all down. On the very first day I came down the escalator in 2015, I said, quote, I will stop Iran from getting nuclear weapons. And all I'm doing is keeping my promise. Think of that. That was in
Guys,
2015.
he never told us this.
I said it. It was a threat then.
This is a bait and
much
switch.
bigger threat now.
Wow.
No longer a threat. Not for a long time, anyway. We want to keep it that way. As we continue Operation Epic Fury, we're also focused on keeping energy and oil flowing to the world. And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if Iran does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy and that I mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly, they'll never be able to recover, ever. If they want to play that game, they better not play that game. In the long run, oil supplies will be dramatically more secure without the threat of Iranian ships,
stopping the war?
drones,
No, not yet.
missiles, nuclear menace, or anything. So the Strait of Hormuz is going to remain safe. We have a lot of Navy ships there.
Yeah,
We
there's
have
ships going through
the
there
best
now.
equipment in the world, inspecting for mines. Again, most of their ships are down at the bottom of the sea, but we will
They're submarines
we
now.
will hit them so hard that it will not be possible for them or anybody else helping them to ever recover that section of the world if they do anything. In recent years,
He's got
the
a long
regime
dick,
and
man.
its terror proxies have launched attacks on hundreds of
Name it the
commercial
Strait of
vessels.
America?
We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices,
That's
oil and
big.
gas prices for American families. We've done that. We've done it. We brought it very low. This was just an excursion
Straight
into
of
something.
America. I like the
had to
sound
be
of that.
done. We're getting very close to finishing that too. In the meantime, during this brief disruption, the United States is offering political risk insurance to any tankers operating in the Gulf. So we're putting up risk insurance. We'll
They're going to pay for it?
perhaps go alongside of them for protection. We don't think it'll be necessary if it is. And if they do anything, the price will be incalculable.
Just get their ass.
It will be so great that they will have wished they never did it,
Yep.
because you have to keep the straits flowing. With all of
The
that, it
spice
affects
must
other
flow.
countries much more than it does the United States. It doesn't really affect us. We have so much oil. We have tremendous oil and gas, much more than we need. We have Venezuela now as our new partner, great partner.
Wow.
It worked out so wonderful. We're
Isn't it
working
crazy
with
how easy
the
that was?
administration, the president.
Wow.
And it's a massive source of oil, gas, everything.
You just get rid of the guy
But,
causing problems. So you say, if you don't do
We're
what
in
I
a
say, we're
very
going to kill you
good
too.
position,
That's it.
but very unfair to other parts of the world, like China as an example. I mean, we're doing this for the other parts of the world, including countries like China. They get a lot of their oil through the straits. So we're doing this. We have a very good relationship with President
need
Xi in China.
Earth
I'm going
to
there in
America.
a short period of time, and we're protecting the world from what these lunatics are trying to do, and
that.
very
Sounds good.
successfully, I might add. We're also waiving certain oil-related sanctions to reduce prices. So we have sanctions on some countries. We're going to take those sanctions off till this straightens out. Then who knows, maybe we won't have to put them on. There'll be so much peace. But when the time comes, the U.S. Navy and its partners will escort tankers through the strait if needed. I hope it's not going to be needed, but if it's needed, we'll escort them right through.
Make sure that oil doesn't
And
go up.
we have the greatest mine-sweeping ability. We have the greatest ships and all of the. We know exactly where they're placed. We'll get them out of there very fast, but we hope we don't have any of that. And again, if they do that, if they play that game, we're going to hit them at a level that they have not seen before. So we're winning very decisively. We're way ahead of schedule. Our military is the greatest in the world, with the greatest equipment and the greatest people in the world. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Iran's a very powerful country. They were going to take over the Middle East. If we did not hit them, they were going to take over the Middle East. They had thousands and thousands since their last hit.
The guy from Saudi Arabia
They
said
had
this about Iran
thousands
too.
and thousands of missiles,
Ayatollah
everything
Hitler.
else. Most are now destroyed. But they were going to take over the Middle East. Those weapons were aimed at Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this. They were going to take over the Middle East, and they were going to try and destroy Israel. So we stopped it with good timing. And
Wow.
we're very proud to be involved in this, and it's going to be ended soon. And if it starts up again, they'll be hit even harder. Thank you very much for being here. Go ahead. Any questions?
Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Now we have the fun
Do you
part.
approve of Iran's new supreme leader? And secondly, can you tell us more about your call with Russian President Vladimir Putin today?
Yes.
What did you discuss?
Yes, I had a very good call with President Putin.
Let me guess.
And a lot of people
He's
on the
more
line
willing to
from our side,
negotiate
from
now?
his side. We were talking about Ukraine, which is just a never-ending fight. And there's tremendous hatred between President Putin and President Zelensky. They can't seem to get it together. But I think it was a positive call on that subject. And we obviously talked then about the Middle East. And he wants to be helpful. I said, you could be more helpful by getting the Ukraine-Russia war over with. That would be more helpful. But we had a very good talk, and he wants to be very constructive. Yeah.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. On Iran, you called it an excursion. You said it would be over soon. Are you thinking this week it will be over?
No,
You're
but
talking about
soon.
days?
I think soon.
Okay, and
Soon.
with respect
Very soon. Look, everything they have is gone, including their leadership. In fact, there are two levels of leadership, and even actually, as it turns out, more than that. But two levels of leadership are gone. Most people have never even heard about the leaders that they're talking about. So it's obviously
people
been
find
very,
out about them when
very
they're dead.
powerful, very effective.
to Cuba, you said that Cuba wants to make a deal.
Yes.
What would the United States get in return for that? And why should
Everything.
Americans trust Marco Rubio to negotiate it?
Well,
Everything.
Marco Rubio is doing a great job. I think he's going to go down as the greatest Secretary of State in history. Look at what we've done as
Fucking base.
a presidency. Look at what we've done as an
Man.
administration. They
Big
trust
Marco.
and so do the American people trust. He's been successful
True.
no matter where he's been. He also speaks the language, which is always nice and always helpful. But he's dealing,
He's
and
right.
it may be a friendly takeover. It may not be a friendly takeover. It wouldn't matter because they're down to, as they say, fumes. They
They're
have
running
no
on fumes?
energy. They have no
Yeah.
money.
Okay.
They're in deep trouble
All
on
right.
a humanitarian basis. And we don't want to see that, but
Yeah.
they were very, very bad to a lot of people, as you know, and a lot of people living the Cuban-American vote, which I got at record levels. Very important. Those people are very important to me. I know what they went through.
Cubans
they went
love
through
Trump,
hell.
as far as I know.
Some of them have gone on to be some of the most successful people in the country. Cuban-American business people, some of them
Generally
are
very
like the most
based.
successful in the country. And a lot of them are friends of mine because
Like
I've been
Scarface.
fighting this battle with them for a long time. The Castro regime was brutal, but they lived off Venezuela. Now they don't live off Venezuela. It sends them no energy, no fuel, no oil, no money, no nothing. They lived without Venezuela. They couldn't have made it. And we cut them off from everything else. So, they're going to make either a deal or we'll do it just as easy anyway. Yeah.
They're going to make a deal or they're going
Please.
to make a deal?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tomahawk missile likely destroyed that Iranian girls' school. So will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I
for that
haven't seen
strike?
it. And I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used
Yeah.
by, is sold and used by other countries. You know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more. But whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic. It's sold to other countries. But that's being investigated right now. Yeah, please.
Nope. Well, journalists, yeah, they don't
Thank
do
you.
it. This is
Mr.
so
President,
annoying.
you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be
Well, I think you
prepared
could
for
say it
this
both.
war to last for?
It's the beginning. It's the beginning of building a new country. But they have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft
It's beginning of building a new country. That's a good
equipment.
answer.
It's all been blown up. They have no radar. They have no telecommunications.
Yeah.
And they have no leadership. It's all gone. So you could look at that statement. We could call it a tremendous success right now as we leave here. I could call it, or we could go further, and we're going to go further. But the big risk on that war has been over for 3 days. We wiped them out in the first 2 days. When you think about it, it's incredible. We wiped out a big navy, very powerful navy.
It's at 46 ships.
These were ships. These were serious ships. These were ships that you buy when you want to win battles. They're all on the bottom floor. The sailors are all running off the ships. They refuse to get on the ships.
Smart.
The Air Force is gone. Everything's gone.
Really
The
smart.
missiles are down
51.
to a trickle.
God
The
damn.
drones are down to probably 25%, and they'll soon be down to nothing. We'll have where they manufacture the drones are under fire as we speak. They're being hit. So the rest is going to be a determination as to my attitude, along with the people in the Trump administration, what we want to do. Thank you. Yeah, please.
Can I ask you, you mentioned you were going to waive certain additional oil waivers or sanctions. Can you talk a little bit more about that and address in particular?
Well, we're looking to
considering
keep the
measures
oil prices down. We went artificially up because of this excursion into a very positive thing. I mean, this was an excursion that a lot of people wouldn't have done. I knew oil prices would go up if I did this, and they've gone up probably less than I thought they'd go up. But I don't think anybody thought we were going to be this quickly successful. This was a military success, the likes of which people haven't seen. We have the best military. We have the best equipment. We have, I believe, the best generals. We have the best. And this went very quickly. We talked about that with President Putin. He was very impressed with what he saw because nobody's ever seen anything quite like it. You know, Iran was a very powerful
Putin was
military
impressed
country
by us attacking
with
Iran?
all of the missiles. Now,
Wow.
you had the double attack. You had the
Wow.
original attack with us and Israel, and that knocked them for a loop. Then you had the B-2 bombers, which took out their nuclear capability, and they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And they would have used it long before this press conference. And we might have had a much different press conference if we had a press conference at all. But it's
intimidated?
been amazing. The military
stressed
success
out.
that we've had is truly unprecedented.
You've told your congressional colleagues that you will not sign any piece of legislation until the Save America Act is passed. Does that include the confirmation of Senator Mullen as your next DHS secretary? Does that mean a DHS funding bill? And Senator Thune said today, it's not a matter of whether or not your Republican colleagues agree with the policy. It's about changing the process. In other words, getting rid of the filibuster to get there.
So in order to get it, you're going to need Democrat votes. And what we're saying is the Save America, not the Save Act, which nobody knew what it was, the Save America Act. The
back to
Save
this.
America Act.
Okay.
And that's voter ID. We want voter ID. We want to be able to see a picture of the voter. We want to be able to see that the voter
Wait,
is
isn't that
legitimate.
racist? I think that's
We want,
racist.
very importantly,
You can't do that.
confirmation that this voter
W marketing?
is a citizen
True.
of the United States of
So
America.
true.
And we want no mail-in ballot scams.
Vamos a mirar. El mafioso. Puta, a ver. Ok. Es un usar. Bien, llegó un cocinero. Vamos a sacarle a este. Cocinar. Mafioso cocina. Claro, las enfermedades. El racista.
So we have exceptions for the military, for sick, for disabled, and for people that are away,
That
business
obviously makes
trips or
sense.
whatever. Even vacations will be
Common
very
sense.
liberal in that. We've added two things to it: no men in women's sports and no transgender mutilization of our children. We don't want our
Imagine being against that.
it's mutilization of our children, and we don't want that. So we added those two things. That's the 5 points. We have 5 very good points. It polls at 86% with Democrats. Think of that. The overall vote is 86%.
That's
with
nuts.
Republicans, it's 98%.
Who the
And the
fuck
only
is
one
against
opposed
it?
to it is a Democrat leadership because they cheat. They want to cheat. So we added those 2 points. We're going for the gold, and we're going to have to fight like hell. Now, certain things will happen. Certain things will take place. I'm here to do a great job for the country. But we don't have a country if we're going to have elections that are so corrupt and so dishonest like we've witnessed over the last period of
I
time.
can't see how anybody would be against voter ID.
As an
I
example,
don't understand it.
virtually nobody has nobody has a system of mail-in ballots like we have. No other country in the world. France went away from it. They all went, you know why? Because it's corrupt. And Jimmy Carter, when he had a commission, frankly, I think it's probably the best thing Jimmy Carter did. He said, you can't have mail-in voting
They want
because
cheat.
it's inherently dishonest. And
want
it's turned
cheat,
out
have
to be
illegals
totally
vote.
dishonest. So we're going to fight for it.
Non-citizens.
Yeah.
Activated any sleeper cells inside the
Ooh,
U.S. There's
Iran
reports that
sleeper
they
cells.
have
They're probably not
pressed
going to say
trigger
that.
button to activate those cells, at least abroad.
Well, we've been trying for a long time. We've been very much on top of it. One of the things we have to do is get the Democrats to stop the Democrat shutdown, because, as you know, the apparatus that looks into that, Schumer and the Democrats have shut it down, which tells you they probably hate our country a lot. But the Democrats have to open that up. But we've got very, very good intelligence into that. We know a lot of different things that have happened that have been very bad. A lot of them came in during the Biden open border period. But we have them under, we've got them, we're watching every single one of them. Yeah, we know a lot about them. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown. We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do.
You have to take him out. Does he have a target on his back?
You mean the new supreme leader? You mean the son?
How can there be an Iran? with
Well,
another
I don't want
Ayatollah?
to say that, but I was disappointed because we think it's going to lead to just more of the same problem for the country. So I was disappointed to see their choice.
It's over.
You've said you have someone in mind to be the new Iranian leadership, if not the Ayatollah's son. What are you looking for in that person? Are you looking at someone internal, given that you just said that their leadership has been?
I like the idea of internal and eternal. Come to think of it, but I like the idea of internal because it works well. I mean, I think we've proven that so far in Venezuela. We have a woman, Delcy, who has been president of the country, very respected, she's doing a great job. And it's, no disruption. We had, as you remember, Iraq. Everybody got fired. The military got fired. The police got fired. The politicians got fired. There was nobody. And you know what they turned into? ISIS.
Ooh,
we don't want
not
that.
good.
We don't want that. So,
ISIS was bad.
I would like to see people that are inside go. Now they talk about the son of the Shah. They talk about other people. But, hasn't been there in many, many years. We have a formula that's been very good so far. And I think it'll continue to be good. The relationship is extraordinary with Venezuela. Smart country. We've taken out 100 million barrels of oil. It's right now in Houston being taken care of and made so beautiful.
That's big for
you
us.
have to see this at work. They have it's brought to the refineries. It's being refined in Houston, which is made exactly for that product. And so far, but it's 100 million barrels of oil, and now they have another 100 million barrels coming. And it's like a partnership. We're getting along so well with them. It's great for Venezuela, and it's great for the United States. Yeah, please go ahead.
Do you want the shot? Doesn't Random Trump chosen?
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over
This
your
is the
shoulder
same
your
thing they
plane
focus
inside
on
of it.
over
Why are you the
and
only person
over
saying
and
this?
over.
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation. But tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report. Yeah, please.
You said earlier that we've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough. What do you consider enough? What's your baseline?
Where they're not going to be starting the following day to develop a nuclear weapon. Where they'll look at that man and some other people from the administration and say, all right, we're not going to do it. They were not willing to say that. And when Steve called up and he said that to me, I said, well, here we go. Let's do it the hard way. But the hard way, I think, is probably the easy way. When basically I can see that they will no longer have any capacity whatsoever for a very long period of time of developing weaponry that could be used against the United States, Israel, or any of our allies. We have great allies in the Middle East, great countries that are allies. And they were staying out of it until they got hit. Someday they'll have to do a story, why did he do that? Why did they do that? But they were going to hit them. If I didn't hit them first, they were going to hit our allies first. I believe, upon information and belief, but I believe that he was going to, they were going to take over the Middle East. They were looking to take over the Middle East.
As I said, other people said they were going to do it.
Had Operation Midnight Hammer not taken place, that was definite.
Saudi Arabia even said
because they would have had a nuclear weapon within a matter of weeks. But that took place. That was a setback. But look at the number of missiles they were able to buy and make over the last 6 months. And those missiles were aimed at various countries. And when you look at over 1,000 missiles shot at like UAE, they were looking to take over the Middle East. We got there first.
Exactly.
Lucky. I'll tell you what, the Middle East and those countries, very rich countries, are very lucky that I was president instead of somebody else.
Points of disagreement between yourself and your vice president when it comes to U.S. action in Iran?
I don't think so, no. No, we get along very well on this. He was, I would say, philosophically a little bit different than me. I think he was maybe less enthusiastic about going, but he was quite enthusiastic. But I felt it was something we had to do. I didn't feel we had a choice. If we didn't do it, they would have done it to us. I felt, based on the negotiations that were being had by Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner and Marco and Pete and everybody was involved, I felt that they were looking to tap us along before they hit, and I thought they were going to hit. And if they hit us first, that would have been a very bad thing. In the back, please, in the back. About the strait, you mean? Yeah, well, I want to keep it open. I want to keep it good. You know, it doesn't pertain to us so much as it does to China. We're really helping China here and other countries because they get a lot of their energy from the straits. But, hey, look, we have a good relationship with China. It's my honor to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to keep selling oil to China,
You
obviously.
have called him an unacceptable choice.
Who?
So does he have a target on his back? And how can you...
I don't want to say whether or not he does because that would be inappropriate. But, hey, look, I had a
God.
target
Why
on
would
my
you
back
ask that?
because, as you people wrote pretty
Why
well,
would you ask this?
they caught the assassin that was after me. So we just got them
the
first. But
Pakistani
they
guy.
caught the assassin. They have him now in custody that was after me. So,
Got his ass.
But people don't like to mention that, but they did catch him. And I'd like to
Got the little
congratulate our
bitch.
military, Secret Service,
Little
FTI,
dick
all of the
sucker.
people that worked on that, but they did. Yeah, please. Go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. You promised the Iranian people you would help them, but it sounds like you're willing to end this fight after your military objectives have wrapped up.
Doesn't that
isn't
help
a
them?
betrayal of
Will
the
I help
people?
them? I'd like to, if they can behave. But they've been very menacing. You know, they're great people. They have an amazing population. It's amazing, smart, brilliant,
Very high
energetic.
IQ.
They have a great... I'd love to help them, but they have to be in a system that allows them to be helped.
He's right.
And right now, they're in
Yeah.
a system that only allows failure. And I don't want that. And I want a system that's not going to be attacking us. We
Yeah.
want a system that can lead to many years of peace. And if we can't have that, we might as well get it over with right now. Yeah, please.
President, as of today, there have been 8 U.S. military fatalities associated with the war in Iran. How many American
Almost
deaths
7.
are you willing to have in this war?
Well, as I said before, when you have conflicts like this,
Not
you
more than
always have death.
17. We say
And
17
I
is
was
the
at Dover
number.
yesterday. I met
If
the
it's
parents.
above
and they were
17, we end the war.
unbelievable people. They were unbelievable people, but they all had one thing in common. They said to me one thing, every single one, finish the job, sir. Please finish the job. And I'll leave you at that. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
There he is. How many would die if Iran got a nuke? Nobody thinks about that. They're not able to think about separate instances of events happening simultaneously. That's impossible to unravel. It's a level of thinking that nobody can even imagine. So Iran Foreign Minister thanks CENTCOM for posting a tweet confirming U.S. missiles are deployed from Gulf countries and says that Iran will strike them. Oh, Iran needed a justification to shoot missiles. Oh, okay. Honestly, I think this is about what I'd expect. I mean, he said pretty much the same stuff I'd expect him to say. Sure, all of this makes sense. Let me go back. I'll pull a few more of these up. This is all the same thing. Oh, this is that massive light thing. People said there were more missiles. You missed this moment from earlier? Okay, let me pull it up. I gotta find it. Where the hell is it? Okay, where is this? This is a part of it I didn't even get a chance to see.
No, I don't want to brag. Done. No, I don't want to brag. But, you know, they've said this about a lot of things. No other president can do some of this shit I'm doing. No other president.
Man.
The things I'm doing, nobody else was going to do it. They say it all the time. Circle,
all right.
Do this, you're the only one can do it. Done. No, I don't want to brag. But, you know, they've said this about a lot of things. No other president can do some of this shit I'm doing.
Man. Fucking finally. You're not wrong? Yeah, it seems like I don't want to brag, but I'm the best. He most definitely will say the N-word this year. I don't know, but I think that's a little bit different than this. I say that. And, yeah, Kenny Bright, yeah, I couldn't see Kamala Harris doing this. I'll tell you that for sure. That's a fucking fact. And, yeah, I'm glad I got that one. I did forget this. That was fucking funny. And, stealing for the whole world. Oh, is it stealing, right? What is this here? And, Iran's supreme leader told CNN in Tehran, there is no longer any room for diplomacy. Prepare for a long war. Prepare for a short life. All right.
you.